What's up, Karate guys? It's Nishan Sensei back at it with another kicking tutorial. I'm a second dan in Shotokan Karate, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a little tutorial on how to do a side kick in Karate, Taekwondo, or whatever martial arts, right? So without further ado, let's get right. Okay, so for the side kick, I like to start in like not like a parallel stance like this, but kind of like this, where my body's facing on a 45, right? And my feet are they're also kind of diagonal. Right, so not completely forward, but not completely this way. Because if you start off like this, and someone could just do a leg takedown if you are doing this in the sparring match. Okay, so the first step to your side kick is, regardless of whether you do it with your front leg or your rear leg, is to lift the knee up and out to the side, right? Because that is your side kick chamber. And if you're starting with your if you're doing it with your front foot, you're going to take a little step up and then do it, all right? That way you'll find it a bit easier to do. But if you're doing it with your rear leg, you're going to have to like turn a bit more, all right? And that's another important point to mention. When you do it, notice how when I step up, I'm pivoting my back foot on 45 to the back, or almost completely back. That's what you want to do, because just like I explained for my roundhouse kick footwork secrets, the reason you pivot that back foot is so that you can get the technique correct, all right? Because if you don't pivot your back foot, you're gonna do a side kick like this, where you're facing forward and doing it, which is not the right technique, all right? So you step up, pivot the back foot, and then lift the knee out to the side, right? This is your side kick chamber, right? So, one, right? That's front foot. And now with the rear leg, it'll just be one, all right? Now step two, after you do that, is to obviously roll that side kick. Now there are a few things to note here. One of them is the foot positioning, all right? Remember, on the side kick, you're blading your foot, all right? Like if you were walking on the sides of your feet like this, that is exactly the part of your foot you're kicking with, all right? Because what a lot of people do, which is incorrect by the way, do not do this, they do it like that. They'll kick with like the whole bottom of their foot. That's not how you do it. Remember, like you can do more damage with your blade, with the blade of the foot, rather than the whole bottom of the foot. The blade will, like, if you do it through the solar plexus, that's already like very powerful, right? So don't kick, so remember, it's not this, it's this, all right? So if you can't do it, just work on the blading your foot, all right? Another thing that that's worth mentioning is that in order to really like align that side kick, remember, the point of your side kick is you want to kick completely, like something that's completely in front of you, but at the same time, you want it to be in line with your shoulders and your hips, all right? And another really good way to do it is, instead of when throwing the side kick, like crunching into it or like having your hips facing forward, what you really want to do is kind of turn your hips away a bit. All right, so not like this, but like that. Notice the difference. And not only does turning the hips away to like a 45 to the back, not only does that help you get the side kick in line, but also puts more force, more power into that thrust, which is also very important if you're practicing on a target and you want to increase your power. So 1 and 2, all right? And now obviously after step 2, step 3 is to rechamber. Now with the rechamber, it's not just like, so we have step 1, step 2, and then step 3, little rechamber in line. No, you have to rechamber like pretty much exactly to where you chambered in step 1, all right? So not this, but like this, all right? And the reason why you rechamber like that is because you want to end off with as much power as you started with, all right? So like you start off that power with the good rechamber you have at the beginning. So you want to also end like that as well, all right? So 1, 2, and 3. Notice how I rechambered exactly like I did in step 1, and my foot is still pivoted to the back. Now step 4, you land back in your original fighting stance, all right? If you're doing with your front foot. If you're doing with your rear foot, then you have two options. Either you can do it land forward, or if you want to, you can do it So this is what a good side kick would look like. I'm gonna do it with my front foot, right? Right. Boss, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that subscribe button for more kicking tutorials, more kicking tips, combos, and other martial arts techniques, and click here to check out my latest video. Boss, arigato.